Please rise and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our national anthem performed by voice, followed by our invocation by Dr. Alan Richardson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare amongst the singing air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We come to this place from many directions and on many paths. Paths of achievement and discipline. Paths of hard work, curiosity, and exploration. Together, we affirm the power of education, preparing us to engage a complex world with assurance, insight, and compassion. These roads have brought us to this place at this moment. Let us celebrate together what we have accomplished, and with a renewed belief in ourselves and in this community, let us look ahead to a future with promise and with hope.
You may be seated.
Good morning, everyone. I am so grateful that we can be here in person today. This is pretty amazing, isn't it? I want to bring greetings and oh yeah, for sure. We've missed this. I want to bring greetings and congratulations to the class of 2021 and to welcome you here this morning. I want to welcome our keynote speaker and honorary degree recipient, Maya Ajmira, and the chair of our Board of Trustees, Sylvia Betts Gardner, both of whom will be speaking to you virtually today. Welcome to the trustees, staff, faculty, and friends of Cedar Crest College. And welcome to all of you parents and family members, friends, and other loved ones who have come to share the joy of this occasion. I'm so happy to be able to gather with many of you in person to celebrate the achievements of our graduates, but I also feel the presence of our greater community who are here in spirit as they live stream the ceremony. I want to say it has been my great privilege to get to know you. You are the first class I have spent all 4 years with as president of this college, and it is now my honor to preside over your graduation ceremony. The Cedar Crest community is so proud of you and the work that you have done to make it to this day. You persisted through tough times and moments when it may have seemed impossible to make it to graduation, while taking on the demands of your roles as parents, siblings, children, students, employees, and more. Your journey was disrupted by a pandemic that forced us into a new normal. The past 3 semesters have brought remarkable challenges, and you have risen to meet every one. Class of 2020, Class of 2021, you will forever be defined by your resiliency, adaptability, and strength. In addition to the challenges, you have experienced joy and celebration in these years, and I feel privileged to have shared those moments with you. I hope you appreciate the magnitude of this accomplishment. And what a class you are! You came to us from 18 different states, from Utah to Texas to New Hampshire, and 11 different countries, including Libya, China, Saudi Arabia, and the Dominican Republic, Cambodia, Cameroon, Colombia, Ethiopia, India, and Syria. Whether you came from near or far, you all have a home and a family at Cedar Crest forever. Many of you embarked on your sophomore expedition to Greece. Together, we traveled 5,000 miles away to Athens, traversing mountains, working with refugee children, and learning about Greek culture and the ancient world. Thank you for allowing me to share that momentous experience with you. You are student athletes who, among postponed games, new guidelines, and disrupted seasons, found continued success on and off the field. Our graduating Falcons have competed on teams that made first ever appearances in CSAC playoffs, won championships, and made Cedar Crest stronger in our athletic contest. Our softball seniors are staying on with us a little bit longer for Cedar Crest College's first ever appearance in the NCAA tournament. Good luck, team! Last night, we graduated the inaugural class of Cedar Crest's first ever doctoral program, the Doctor of Nursing Practice. Our DNP graduates leave us as experts in their fields at a time when knowledgeable healthcare leaders are needed more than ever before. You endured a divisive political climate and election cycle like no other. You advocated for social justice and continue to make your voices heard. Your involvement in voter turnout campaigns led to repeated recognition for Cedar Crest for voter engagement. At a time when racial justice was at the forefront of national conversation, you organized on-campus events, engaged in meaningful discussion, and pushed our community to reflect and recommit to our values. You wrote and illustrated children's books, completed impressive internships, attended conferences, and gave presentations of your research in nursing, English, biology, nutrition, forensic science, and psychology, among many others. You exhibited your art and showcased your talents through theater productions and dances, adapting to pandemic restrictions and giving it your all to make sure the show would go on. Now you are ready to face your next adventure. Some of you will continue your education, going on to graduate programs in art therapy, counseling, environmental conservation, business, microbiology, math, and English. Others will be joining the workforce at our schools and hospitals, women's shelters and adoption agencies, research facilities and police departments. Whatever your next step, I know you will be successful. You are the leaders of the future, whose diverse talents, fearless independence, and unwavering confidence will change the world. In the few short years you were here, you distinguished yourselves academically by your service on campus and in our greater community. Class of 2021, I know you will set your sights high, dare to take on the challenge of leadership, and achieve great things. So on behalf of all of us at Cedar Crest, I congratulate you on your achievements, large and small, public and personal. Your college journey has been unlike any other, and your Cedar Crest family is so proud of you. We send you into the world with our pride, our confidence, our hope, and our love. Let us all applaud the class of 2021.
President Meany, Provost Wilson, Dean Daly, faculty, graduates, family, and friends. Welcome from the Board of Trustees. And very special congratulations to this year's graduates. Not only did you do next. Remember to be kind. You will do well. Congratulations.
As Dean of Students, it is my pleasure to present 4 distinctive awards to our deserving student recipients today. When I call your name, please come up to the stage to receive your award. First, the Alumni Prize, which is given by the Alumni Association to a senior who, throughout her college career, has shown outstanding qualities of cooperation and responsibility and has contributed unselfish service to the college. Please join me in congratulating this year's Alumni Prize recipient, Alexandra Arabia. Alexandra has been an active member of our campus community through her degree in forensic science and biology. She has worked as an admissions ambassador, an RA, and a tutor, all while being a talented multi-sport athlete in both field hockey and swimming. She was also the recipient of the Peter Day Forrest Research Award at the Northeastern Association of Forensic Scientists. Next, the Reuben J. Butz and Lillian H. Butz Prize is awarded to the senior who has done the most for the college in demeanor and attitude, an application to academic work, and an influence among her fellow students. The award is not based on GPA or academic major. It is one of the only awards voted on by the entire Cedar Crest College community. Please join me in congratulating this year's Butz Prize recipient, Sulakshmi Vaid. Sulakshmi is a double major in political science and history. She is currently employed as an inclusion advocate for the Center of Diversity and Inclusion and has also worked as a social media coordinator for Student Affairs Department. She is a student representative of the College Diversity and Inclusion Council and a member of the college's Racial Equity Committee. During her time at Cedar Crest, she was president of the Asian Student Association and founder of the Latinx and Asian Students Association. She has done so much for the college in both demeanor and attitude, and we know she will continue to do great things. The Frank M. Cressman Award is given in honor of the late Dr. Frank M. Cressman, former chair of the Board of Trustees, by his family to the senior who, having begun her career at work at Cedar Crest and having done most of it here, has attained the highest average during her 4 years, including credits and grades earned at other institutions under such programs as the Washington Semester and Junior Year Abroad. Please join me in congratulating this year's Cressman Award recipient, Victoria Cohn. Victoria will be receiving a criminal justice degree with a Spanish minor. Throughout her time at Cedar Crest, she worked with Impact Project, a children and youth agency located in Emmaus, PA, serving as a volunteer and later as an intern for the organization. She was also the campus representative for their mentoring program, the Collegiate Enrichment Program, which partners with college's Lutz Center for Community Service. She's also the president of the Criminal Justice Club and has achieved Dean's List every semester. Lastly, the Virginia Pidio Mahalik Prize is given by the class of 1977 in honor of Ginny Mahalik, a life member of the Alumni Association and long-serving member of its executive board, including 2 terms as president, for her genuine interest in and dedication to students, their well-being and success. This prize is awarded to the graduating senior who embodies Ginny's dedication to Cedar Crest College. Please join me in congratulating this year's Mahalik Prize recipient, Ashley Wilkins. Ashley will be receiving a BS in biology with a minor in chemistry. She is a student athlete and was named co-captain of her tennis team. She has worked as a tutor in the library, a resident assistant, president of the Residence Hall Representative Association, and has been involved in independent microbiology research during her time at Cedar Crest. Just a few moments ago, we learned a bit about our Butz Prize winner, Shulakshmi, but there were a few things that I didn't mention. In addition to her other accomplishments, she also happens to be a talented poet, and her poem entitled Just Another Day was published in the New Jersey Best Emerging Poets of 2019 anthology. It's no wonder then that out of numerous entries, she was selected by a panel of faculty and staff to be today's student commencement speaker. Once again, please welcome Shulakshmi Vaid to the podium.
What seems like another lifetime was only 4 years ago when we chose Cedar Crest, a college to grow, to flourish, to fly out of our nest. For some, we are the first, but definitely not the last. We are trailblazers our ancestors dreamt of and have amassed. For many, we entered college as we started our adulthood. For others, we entered whenever life said we could. Because there's no schedule on how to live despite what others may say. We have learned how to live our own way, working endlessly, never stopping to try and fulfill dreams we can now make reality, never asking why we can't, but rather how we can. For some, we juggled being a parent as well, tucking in our children, running parallel to the assignments, quizzes, and tests we all studied for, learning more for our passions that we discovered and now adore. For some, we worked multiple jobs. Now we celebrate having beat all the odds. And some became student leaders who built foundations, all of us gaining skills in formation for this very moment of time where we now reflect that even though the end was not something we could always see, forward we kept moving in that uncertainty. Endless coffee, movies, and memories we have made, sitting all across our campus, an arboretum of bloom and shade in seasons of warmth and light, but also beauty when cold and snow came as a delight, for it was an opportunity to sled down steep hills behind our dorms. At Cedar Crest, we were performing with opportunity platforms to dance, to sing, to act, not being held back, to express our art and opinions, no limits on what we can envision. We had teachers and staff who changed our perspectives and mentored us so we could be effective success stories for future generations as we now send out various job applications. Some of us joined sports and now have a family within our team. Some of us found family in clubs of identities. We have learned to have hard conversations talking about subjects that have never been kind in history. As we navigate the complex world that discriminates and is full of hate, we look within and around to ask the questions, to go forward, proud that we now embrace the great beauty that is diversity, inclusion, and equity. We have built a path against racism and hating each other's and our own skin. We work hard so that we will not be forgotten. And here we are now at the end of our story. The end of our toils is this glory. But now we are asked if we are ready for a world that is uncertain. Are we brave enough to see what is behind our future's iron curtain? I endured violence that gave me a thick skin. I was never prepared to adapt in the exterior or within. But I and many others prevailed, choosing to stay alive proudly with our heads held high to dispel any notions that our past and trauma can tell us what we are and are not capable of, because we are the definitions of self-love, to remind ourselves that we deserve to be happy and pursue a future that we want. Seeing all our hard work pay off, we break the shackles of oppression that have held us back. Every glass ceiling bound to shatter and not just crack. We are the voice for those who will be silenced and will be the ones who do not tolerate violence, bring the peace that this world oh so badly needs to heal, and the emotions society needs to feel. We will be the change we want to see, upholding freedom, justice, and liberty. We are survivors of trauma and are not defeated. We know our worth and how we deserve to be treated. We break cycles of violence that have become the norm. It is a lonely journey that feels like a never-ending storm. But we have each other, empowered by one another, seen for who we are rather than just another statistic or number. We are healing our inner child who is still hurting. We are works in progress who are still learning to unlearn what it is to be numb, to learn empathy and humanity, no matter where we all come from. We will enter a world full of grief and pain, with what seems like the same problems, with efforts that may go in vain. However, we are resilient in our fight to break this wheel of sorrow. We are the hope that will come with tomorrow, as we are now women who are seen by little girls to inspire and be looked upon, as we, the people of this generation, enters a new transformative dawn, ready to see what our future holds, not in fear, to abolish old systems and molds, as we go forward now, speaking our truth and making sure that we are heard. We are the uncertainty, ready to change the same world. Thank you.
In addition to celebrating the achievements of our students today, Cedar Crest College is happy to recognize an extraordinary individual with an honorary doctorate of humane letters. Maya Ajmira is president and CEO of Society for Science and publisher of its award-winning magazine, Science News. Maya has inspired generations of young people to be science and technology leaders and innovators through her work, with a goal of ensuring that every young person with a passion for STEM has the opportunity to pursue that passion. This advocacy and professional excellence exemplifies the Cedar Crest College mission. A graduate of another women's college, Bryn Mawr College, Maya founded the Global Fund for Children in 1994 when she was only 25 years old. Under Maya's 18 years of leadership, Global Fund for Children grew from a vision into one of the largest networks of grassroots organizations working on behalf of vulnerable children. She is also an award-winning children's book author of more than 20 titles, including Children from Australia to Zimbabwe, with more than 5 million readers worldwide. Since 2014, Maya has led the Society for Science. The organization celebrating its centennial is focused on promoting the understanding and appreciation of science and the vital role it plays in human advancement to inform, educate, and inspire. It is best known for its award-winning magazine, Science News, its world-class science research competitions, and its suite of innovative outreach and equity programs. Maya graciously inspired our students in 2011 when she spoke on campus as part of the college's Reimert Lecture Series. I was so excited to be able to welcome her to address our students again here, but due to the restrictions of the COVID pandemic, she was unable to attend in person. Nonetheless, it is a great honor for me to present Maya with an honorary doctorate degree of humane letters. Therefore, by the authority granted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to the trustees of Cedar Crest College, and by them delegated to me, I award you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereto pertaining, in token whereof I present you with a diploma and hood. Now please join me in welcoming Maya Ajmira.
President Mead, Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, inspiration for women, and I am so very proud to wear your colors today. My warmest congratulations to the graduates of Cedar Crest, parents, family, and friends. It is my honor to address you virtually on the occasion of your graduation. Not since the Vietnam War has a graduating class endured the disruption and change to life as we know it. As members of the Cedar Crest community, you have weathered the extreme change caused by this pandemic with grace, composure, resilience, and courage. You participated in challenging and sometimes painful discussions about racial justice and equity with compassion and understanding, and I applaud each and every one of you. So now I hope you will bear with me for a few minutes as I tell you a little bit about myself. I am the daughter of Indian immigrants brought up in eastern North Carolina. My father, a physicist, and my mother, an entrepreneur who was an Avon lady and eventually started her own computer consulting company, had firm expectations of me. I was destined, or perhaps told, to become a doctor. I loved learning about science growing up. I loved tinkering and doing science experiments. I loved reading about famous scientists and healthcare workers like Marie Curie, who won the Nobel Prize twice in chemistry and physics, or Florence Nightingale, founder of modern nursing, or Harriet Tubman, the American abolitionist, conductor of the Underground Railroad, and a very resourceful nurse, and Claire Barton, founder of the American Red Cross. These were women in whose footsteps I wanted to follow. With a degree in biology from Bryn Mawr College, another women's college just a few hours away from Cedar Crest, I received a Rotary Fellowship that changed my life forever. I had wonderful professors who told me, Maya, if you want to learn about people and their communities, get a backpack and start traveling. I traveled from Thailand to Pakistan for a year and witnessed homegrown innovations taking place in people's backyards. During those travels, on a hot, dusty day, I stepped onto a train platform in Bhubaneswar, India. I was struck by an unusual sight. Amid the chaos, a group of children and a teacher were sitting in a circle, completely engrossed in simple learning exercises. When the lesson ended, I approached the teacher and learned that the children lived, played, begged on the train platforms. They did not go to school. I learned that a local organization, in its desire to provide the children with a pathway out of poverty, was meeting the children where they were by providing an education, clothing, and food. But most importantly, this informal school instilled in the children a sense of self-worth and empowered them to determine their own futures. Here was someone who, when faced with an incredibly challenging environment, found a new way to teach. On that train platform many years ago, I had my moment of obligation. I understood that my life's purpose was to serve. I thought this community was not only one facing these types of challenges. There are under-resourced communities all over the world, and I knew I needed to do something. And that moment led me to found the Global Fund for Children, an organization I led for 18 years that is dedicated to supporting the world's most vulnerable children and youth, and has touched the lives of over 11 million young people. As you head into the world, you have an opportunity to serve as change agents. Many of you are poised to take on incredibly important roles in our healthcare system, from nursing to medicine to public health to social work. Our communities thank you for your dedication and your sacrifice. Let me say a special word of recognition to Cedar Crest's first graduating doctoral class of nursing. In a recent Gallup poll, nurses were ranked as the nation's most trusted profession for the 19th year in a row. This is no surprise. In the last year globally, we've seen the single that nurses have played in reducing the human toll of COVID-19. We have seen remarkable acts of courage as nurses have delivered comfort and care at great sacrifice to their own health and the health of their families. We have seen incredible teamwork, creativity, and collaboration as nurses, doctors, and various healthcare workers on the front line who have banded together to keep our hospitals and healthcare systems afloat. Whether you're poised to enter healthcare or take on another role in society, I call on everyone here today to never forget the importance of science when it comes to the advancement of the human condition. At the Society for Science, the organization I lead today, our century-long mission has been to promote the understanding and appreciation of science. Never before in my career have I seen the importance of that mission quite like I have seen over the last year. As our nation and the world at large seeks to find a way out of this pandemic, you have an opportunity and a responsibility to increase science literacy in your communities, helping people understand the importance of science in addressing so many of the challenges we face, from this pandemic to the climate crisis. We have quickly learned that the future of our economy can be impacted by science as much as business. Thanks to science, we have vaccines, and we understand the importance of masks and social distancing. These discoveries have been critical to getting our people back to work, into grocery stores, schools, and into our communities. My point is not that we need a planet of scientists, but we do need greater appreciation for the role of science in our world, in government, in education, in business, in households. Every one of us has a role in achieving that. Lastly, I want to stress that a belief in science starts early. We must do everything possible to make sure that our young people, from kindergarten to high school, develop a lasting trust and bond with science. I'm quite fanatical about this now, that science matters, and we must start early. And that brings me to my final point, which is the need for extraordinary leadership. In the last year, we have seen acts of extraordinary leadership when it has been needed the most. We've also seen that at its best, leadership is based on dedication and purpose. Each and every one of you has shown yourself to be a leader. We've all had to embrace change, get creative, and chart a new course. You have proven to yourselves to be versatile, whether that meant finding a new way to conduct research or developing new methods for connecting with professors and classmates. We've also seen leaders in our communities step up and answer the call to service. Whether it's President Meade working tirelessly to ensure Cedar Crest students were able to continue to achieve at the highest levels while also remaining safe, or Dr. Fauci, who has set out to keep our nation safe during this pandemic, and maybe the only virologist to become a household name, or the leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement and the Stop Asian Hate movement, who are speaking truth to power. For all the challenges we face, whether we are talking about the current pandemic or seeking increased diversity, equity, and inclusion, we need extraordinary leaders from all walks of life. Courage, trust, and leadership. These are the themes that are interwoven in our collective narrative. If we are to succeed, it does and will take courage, trust, and leadership. Lastly, I want to encourage all of you, the Cedar Crest graduates, to seize opportunities as you see them. Trust your gut and take calculated risks to do good for the world. I call on each and every one of you to go out into the world and find your moment of obligation. Dream big. Use all that you have learned during your time at Cedar Crest to make the world a better place. and best of luck to all of you. Godspeed.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise? Madam President, I have the pleasure of presenting these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. They have been recommended for this degree by a vote of the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees, and in them by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts, admitting you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, in token whereof I will convey to you your diploma.
Will the graduates please come forward to accept your degrees? Elizabeth Ann Oleska. Also receiving his degree, Bryce Crispy. This is an honorary baccalaureate in canine honors. Hannah Arner. Daniela Bell. Kaylin Anna Brandisi. Kara Irene Brownlee, summa cum laude. Mariana Castro. Allison Marie Conte. Marcia L. Dearworth. Zadie A. De Leon. Brenna Leanne Heimbach Desborough, magna cum laude, also earning a second Bachelor of Arts degree. Valerie Nadakwa Dodu. Grace Elizabeth Doherty. Shayana Escalera. Jenny Sue Fritz. Bryce Jillian Gardner. Ashley Marie Gomer, summa cum laude. Carly Ann Gausch, summa cum laude. Anna Rosa Gomez. Ashley Heller, summa cum laude, a graduate of our honors program. Susanna Quinn Jolene House. Kelly Elizabeth Kiefer, magna cum laude. Rachel Megan Malloy. Christina McElroy, magna cum laude. Melissa Helene Mee. Sierra Rose Message, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Joy Metz. Olivia Latrice Moore. Jenica Rose Nugent, cum laude. Nicole Orleman. Janique Siobhan Pace. Nicole Pollinger. Gabrielle Alicia Porter. Sienna Trinity Rahat, summa cum laude, also earning a second Bachelor of Arts degree. Kanaya Alnisha Robinson, cum laude. Cynthia Rodriguez, cum laude. Rosemary Rodriguez. Caroline Joan Roscoe. Aaron Eileen Ryan Meyer, summa cum laude. Jennifer Renee Schreiner, magna cum laude. Stephanie L. Shore, magna cum laude. Delilah May Gardner Schweitzer, summa cum laude. Melanie Sierra Scott Rolliter. Kiera Lynn Shellhammer, cum laude. Amaris Jamila Sproul, cum laude. Kelsey C. Stoop, cum laude. Adriana Renee Tennis. Tia Thompson. Shaylin Francis Troiano, summa cum laude, also earning a second Bachelor of Arts degree. Sulakshmi Renuka Vade, magna cum laude. Mercury Wagaspak, cum laude. Hope Constance Walbach, summa cum laude. Cecilia Rafaela Wright, summa cum laude. Kendra M. Wyatt. Jessica Lynn Young, summa cum laude. Please join me in congratulating our Bachelor of Arts graduates. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? Madam President, I have the pleasure of presenting these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. They have been recommended for the degree by a vote of the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees and in them by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, admitting you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, in token whereof I will convey to you your diploma.
Will the graduates please come forward to accept your degrees? Daria Imani Warner, magna cum laude. Rayana Abdulhaq Allen. Ivana Aboud. Asia Ariana Adams. Leslie Nicole Abreu, graduate of the Honors Program. Majid Abdulaziz Alamir. Ashley Marie Anderson, magna cum laude. Kara Faith Andrews. Rebecca Lynn Andrzejczyk. Alexandra Clementina Arabio, also earning a second Bachelor of Science degree. Rika May Valenzuela Austin. Emily C. Badman. Carolyn Beato Breton. Mackenzie Jean Borger, magna cum laude. Paige Elise Brandisi. Taylor S. Cabanella. Jenna Camacho. Allison Nicole Churchill. Anastasia Ramona Dahlia. Erica Rose D'Angelo. Paige Kaylee Denbakowitz. Gina M. Dubzak, magna cum laude. Cara Elizabeth Eckes, also earning a second Bachelor of Science degree. Leonin Shea Feldman, also earning a second Bachelor of Science degree. Rebecca Ann Fox. Rebecca Madison Francis. Mariela M. Garcia Romero. Morgan Michelle Godshall, magna cum laude. Jessica Haas, cum laude. Kimberly Susan Hain, summa cum laude, a graduate of the honors program, also earning a second Bachelor of Science degree. Haley Lynn Regina Hansen. Chastity Harley Hendricks. Tiffany Lynn Hoppus. Dallas Nicole Horning. Grace Joanna Hurd, graduate of our honors program. Savannah Jarjus, magna cum laude. Hannah C. Kemperman, summa cum laude. Valerie Lauren Kaiser. Victoria A. Kahn, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Madeline Rose Kahutka, summa cum laude, a graduate of our honors program. Danielle Elizabeth Crispin. Julie Ann Krupka. Emily Elizabeth Krupski, summa cum laude. Sarah Denisha LaChapelle. Desiree Marie Lewis, also earning a second Bachelor of Science degree. Cydia Linton. Victoria Reed Little, magna cum laude. Bethany Ann Lowry, summa cum laude. Fiorella Joseph Mamo. Adrian Lynn Mast, cum laude. Diodon N. Ba. Madison Elizabeth McGowan, also earning a second Bachelor of Science degree. Samantha Elise Melendez. Adamaris Ancion. Catherine Elizabeth Naples, cum laude, also earning a second Bachelor of Science degree. Sarah Nicole Naraki. Justina Marie Neff, summa cum laude. Erica Lee Nettles, magna cum laude, a graduate of the honors program. Veronica Yin. Catherine Mary Olszewski, cum laude. Lily Palladino. Allison Shelby Pangras. Juliet A. Parasol. Kathleen Marie Peplow. Michelle C. Perez. Elise Nicole Podgorski, magna cum laude. Lois Ann Polashensky. Noah Christopher Rex. Ashley Christine Rivera. Alyssa Jordan Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Nicole Taylor Rush, cum laude. Nicole Elizabeth Schaefer. Madison Lee Sheddig, summa cum laude. Julia Natalie Rose Schneck, summa cum laude. Dakota Lee Schwartz. Erica Candence Schwoyer, magna cum laude. Serena Lynn Smith. Vanessa Rose Smith. Casey Elizabeth Snook. Tessa Rose Stagora. Ajada Michelle Stratford. Lara F. Struckman, summa cum laude. Sydney Alexandra Salega. Jessica Ella Zoke. Lizette Tirado. Riley Elizabeth Tremblay, cum laude. Glenna J. Weeks, magna cum laude. Carol M. Warkaiser. Mariah D. Weidemeyer, summa cum laude. Ashley Elaine Wilkins, summa cum laude, graduate of the honors program. Nicole Luche Williams. Jordan Elizabeth Wilson. Carly Ann Wood. Javi Yunus. Abdullah Ahmed Al-Rashidi. Please join me in congratulating all of our Bachelor of Science graduates.
All right, now I want to ask all of the graduates to rise. All the graduates. Congratulations on your success. You may now move your tassel to the left side of your cap because you are officially graduates. All right. right, now if you will please be seated for our next speaker and the conclusion of our ceremony.
Congratulations, class of 2021. As the president of the Alumni Association, and on behalf of the it's my pleasure to be the first to welcome you and recognize you as members of the Cedar Crest College Alumni Association. The lapel pin that you previously received is a special gift to you from the Alumni Association. It represents all that you've experienced in and out of the classroom during